Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I thought it would be interesting to talk about a thread that my boyfriend actually shared with me yesterday. As you can see from the thumbnail as well, it is titled, "Who is this game made for?" And the thread that I'm talking about in particular is titled, "Not Enough Incentive to Playing the Game." I am going to link it in the description box for those of you who want to read it and to see what everyone's input is. But I thought it would be worth sharing what my personal thoughts are from someone who is super casual, free to play when it comes to this game. So as you guys know, I think my audience is more catered to the casual free-to-play people who really aren't interested in the PvP or the more battle-heavy parts of the game. So I can only really speak for my perspective of the game and how I've been enjoying it so far. So I do feel like this game kind of caters more towards my demographic group, and I can totally understand the frustration of those who want to play this at a little bit more of a higher level when it comes to competitive play, or wanting to play ranked, or not feeling that there's much incentive to playing this game. And I hope that giving my perspective will sort of help you guys understand what sort of expectations you guys should have when it comes to playing this game. Also, I do want to point out, if you're not having fun in the game anymore, I think it is a sign that maybe it's not for you, and it's okay. I understand the frustration of having so much excitement and the expectation of something to want it to match up to what you were expecting, and the disappointment when it's not up to par with your expectations. And before I continue with sharing my personal thoughts, I want to say, please keep the comment section respectful. I have zero tolerance for any sort of bullying, meanness, name calling, whatever. We can share our point of views in a very calm and respectful way without having to downplay other people's experience or call other people's way of enjoying the game as stupid or resorting to swear words. And let's just not do the name calling thing, guys. That is not cute. If you guys have these big emotions that you need to express, there are other avenues of that, like a diary. Write it on paper. It's very cheap to do so, and get it out of your system. But I'm not going to put up with any of that sort of energy in this channel and in this space. And respectfully, that's my right to. I'm going to make this a safe space for people to express their opinions. There are other places where you can go all out and be keyboard warriors elsewhere, but it's not going to be here. So firstly, let's just go over the contents of the actual thread. It's titled, "There are not enough incentives for actually playing the game." So they did put an edit. The edit is, to be more clear, I'm not advocating for replacing the 2 daily packs. I'm just saying I would like incentives for battling and deck building. So the person says, "I played Hearthstone for a few years, and I really liked the fact that there were daily missions that require you to go play the game. Things like win one game, play a game using a hunter deck, play 5 spell cards, etc. Completing these missions would give you coins to spend on packs, and you would usually open a couple packs a day, if I recall correctly. There are also ranking systems that give you rewards at the end of the season. This encouraged players to play games and try different decks. Of course, people lean towards meta decks, but you would see more than the same 3 decks. In TCGP, I am only incentivized to open the app once in the morning and once at night to see my open packs. If I do the daily missions, logging in and opening 2 packs, I am rewarded with 4 hourglasses. So essentially 1/3 of 1 pack. I was lucky enough to open 2 Pikachu EX cards in free-to-play. I'm never going to play any other deck as long as this one is good. I could experiment with something else if I wanted to lose more, but I have 2 copies of the Win the Game card, and there's no reason other than boredom for me to ever build another deck until the meta changes. This is making the game stale fast, and I'm not sure how much longer people will stick around if they don't add a gameplay loop other than wait for the pack cooldown to run out, open the app, get 5 cards, close the app." So that is the post that we are going to discuss today. And as I mentioned before, I can totally understand wanting more of the game. I would love for everyone, whether you're casual or a little bit more hardcore, to enjoy the game the way that you want. However, I would want to point out that when building this game, I'm sure that they had a certain target audience in mind, and unfortunately, they're going to cater to that target audience first before focusing their efforts on the other group of people who want to enjoy this pocket app in a different way. Now, it is no surprise that I am a very casual player. I'm free to play. I don't really engage much in PvP. I do enjoy the solo battles, and I just find joy in the small things. I think that's just who I am in general, and I am the perfect probably candidate for an app like this where it's super chill. I play it at my own time. I enjoy the simple aspect of collecting cards. I'm not spending money into the game because I'm not in too much of a rush to complete my collection either. Although I do have those moments of FOMO in me, I like to take an approach where I don't want to get easily bored of the game, and I know myself very well where if I were to spend too much money into the game and get all the cards I want in one sitting, I'm gonna get bored of it. So I do find the joy in taking this a little bit more slow and finding ways to still make this game fun for me. There's just a certain target audience, and there's one comment that really stood out to me that I thought would be worth reading out loud, especially for my audio listeners that like to tune in and to just listen. So this comment is from JL the King, and they say, there is a reason why this game made 120 million in a month, and it's due to the fact that it's an incredibly casual, friendly game that is not intrusive in any way in forcing players to play games. It is so incredibly popular because it is a pack opening simulator. Yes, it provides options to play the game online for people who want to use their cards for something, but that's not the main point of the game. The main point of the game, front and center, is card collection and completing one's collection. The main engagement loop of the game is to log in twice a day, open packs, admire your collection, and share the nice art on the internet. Daily quests, a mechanism that you may enjoy, would actually serve to drive away the casual audience this game did so well in serving. Because dailies are stressful. It is an additional stressor on people's already busy lives. This game works because it is a no-effort, quick and easy free dopamine hit. And the game does an incredibly smart thing. If you want more dopamine, you don't get that by playing more games. You get more dopamine by hitting the cash shop and spending more cash for more packs. I'm sure one day it will implement some kind of ranked ladder system to make players like you happy. But as it is, they've cornered their core casual demographic and offered an experience few mobile games offer right now, a stress-free collectible card game. I feel like that comment did a really great job at explaining what the app is meant to be, who the audience is, and what the incentive of it is. I feel like it is great that they did add the battle aspect for those who do want to do something with their cards, just like the commenter mentioned. And I feel like this has been pretty evident when we first saw from the Nintendo Direct the first glimpse of this game. There wasn't any focus really on the battle aspect of it. I feel like their main marketing thing was that it is just a pack opening simulator. I've also seen some marketing things that they've done around the world. I think one of the videos that I've seen were from Europe or somewhere, I forget, I think it's Europe. But basically people walking by could choose which pack they wanted to open and open it. I'm gonna try to insert a clip or maybe insert the link in the description box so you guys could see what I'm talking about. But it has been made so clear that it is a pack opening game. Now there's another comment that I thought was also very interesting. So this user over here says, I think the most telling thing is that when you open the game, the first thing you see is the packs you can open, the Wonder Pick, and then the shop. Battles are one of the 5 equally sized icons in the lower menu that is not even labeled with text. It's fine if people like battles and want to do more with them. But it's very clear from the design of the app that those are supplementary systems, so you've got something to do with the cards you collect, not the other way around. And you know what? Let's take a look at the UI. And yeah, when it comes to app development especially, there is a very meticulous way that these developers decide to outline everything to make it clear what the app or how the app is supposed to be used, which is to open your packs. And you'll see that the battle button is almost at the end there, next to the setting. So it is right front and center, open packs, you got your timers, you see your Wonder Pick, you see your shop. So Wonder Pick is just another way to collect more cards. And then you could view your collection right here. And then you could view your friend's collection through Community Showcase. And then you get to the battle menu. So it's pretty clear that battle is there for the people who would want to do something with their cards, but it really is not the main focus as well. But I think that the fact that they did add that does signal their intention to also cater to the community that wants that aspect to grow even more. Otherwise, I just don't think that they would have released this during launch. Now, one thing I will say when it comes to dissatisfaction of what has not been added so far is the aspect that trading has not been available yet. It's not available until January. That has been a little bit confusing to me, but at the same time, I'm just personally not in a rush to complete my collection in a way that other people are, and I feel like that's okay. I love that other people want to complete it as quickly as possible, and there are ways for them to do it. We can get into the whole conversation about RNG being rigged and all that stuff, but that's a whole other can of worms that we can get into, but not for this video. And you know what? Although I feel very fortunate that my experience for the game has been positive, probably due in part that I am just the target audience that they are looking for, I feel very bad for fellow players who aren't getting the same amount of joy out of it as I am. But at the same time, I do think that there is an expectation that you need to have when it comes to the game to fully understand whether or not this game is for you. And I feel like it's totally okay that you feel the way you do, and also come to terms that maybe right now in this moment with how the game is, it's just not a game that is for you, which is a very sad thing because I would love for you to enjoy it as well. But also, if you are no longer finding fun in this game, why are you still playing it? You know what I mean? I have picked up many games in the past and quickly dropped them when I realized that they weren't for me. For example, Pokemon Go. It is a very successful app. There are a lot of players on that game. And I've also seen comments about how at first people really hated the PvP aspect of it, and some people just play purely to collect shinies and flex their shinies online. So there clearly is different ways that even Pokemon Go players play. I've played it for a little bit. I quickly realized it wasn't for me, but I'm so happy for those that feel that strong connection to the game and continue to play it. Now, Niantic, I know, is very infamous of not giving the players what they want, and I do not have enough experience with the game or understanding what has been done or not done to give my 2 cents on that. So I do want to just make it clear on that, okay? But my point in bringing up Pokemon Go is that I've tried the game and it wasn't for me, and that was okay. I moved on from it, and I look for games that are more for me. And you know what? The great thing about Pokemon, the franchise itself, is there are an array of games to fit different audiences. I've seen comments about people saying, well, if you're not happy with the battle aspect of it, just play TCG online. And there have been comments about like bugs and stuff. However, longtime players say that the bugs aren't as bad as people are making it out to be. And it is just a very unfortunate situation of a current gap in the market who is expecting certain things but not getting that. And it sucks. You know, it really sucks for you guys. And I hear that. And I wish that the game would do something for it. But all in all, for people who are wondering like who the hey is enjoying games like this, hey, I'm the person. I am enjoying the game for what it is right now. I've reached this point in my life where unfortunately I don't have the time that I would want to invest heavily into games. So a game like this where I can open packs very casually at my own time has been serving very well for me. I think also me as a person, I like to take joy in the small things. So, you know, I am one of the people that will, you know, take that moment out of their day to just take a look at my cards and smile at it and just be happy of all of this that I'm seeing right here. I like to take a look into the community showcase as well to see what other people are doing when it comes to how they collect their cards. And I have seen pretty impressive things. Like this, for example, I was browsing the community showcase a couple days ago during my weekend, and I noticed that someone had the language hashtag to it, so I decided to view their showcase. And I looked at this and I'm like, huh, how cool, how neat. Like it made me smile, you know? And for some of you guys, you will just look at this and might think this is ridiculous. But for some people, this is the little things that spark joy. I mean, when you think about it, we already know how hard it is to collect Lapras cards, okay? So imagine that they have 3 different languages and there's clearly a theme going on. And just like in real life, there is a community of people who like to collect the cards because they're battling, and there's also the more casual people who like to collect cards because they're collecting their favorite artwork, they're collecting full art cards. I've seen people who also collect same language cards as well, and also others who have a binder just full of their favorite artists' cards that they've worked on. So in that aspect, I can see why this can be fun for those who do find joy out of that. Like, I would love to have, actually let me show you guys something. So I've noticed when I was looking at my cards the other day that there are 3 different EV cards, and these are the common 1 triangle rarity cards. And I thought, how interesting. And I just had a thought, like, I would love to collect this one in particular because the artwork is so cute. I would love to collect this one of every language, and it would incentivize, you know, reaching out to people who are from different parts of the globe and seeing if I could add them as a friend, whether we can do trading together or just having them as a friend so that I can do Wonder Pick and collect different language cards. And as a reminder, I say all this not because I'm trying to push this narrative that you guys should play it the way I do, but I say this because I hope it gives you some insight as to how someone like me can continually enjoy the game without it feeling stale. Because to be honest, like, this is just how I enjoy the game, and it's the little things like this that make me smile when I'm playing the game. I'm not expecting to spend like 5 hours on this app. I feel like if I were expecting that, there's definitely other games that I could look towards, but for the time being, I am enjoying it for what it is. I do have hope that, well, I like to give things benefit of the doubt, okay? So I do have hope that they are going to implement even further features for everyone to enjoy it. It's still a new game, so I find it hard to believe that there aren't going to be future updates that are going to slowly appeal to everyone. But I think it's pretty clear what their target audience is. It's too soon to say whether or not this is exactly how it's going to be forever because, like I said, it is a new app. There's so much room for growth, and I quite like the amount of new content that they're adding. I feel like if there was a lot all at once, people would get burnt out easily and there would just be like so much going on. So I kind of like the drip feed approach. I know it's not for everyone. I know some people just like everything all at once. Like give it all to me, you know? But for me, to come back to this game when new features are slowly being like pulled out, that's kind of what's making me continue playing the game and like coming back to it, you know? But those are my thoughts. I hope it gives you guys some insight as to what casual players are thinking. Of course, these are just my thoughts, so if you guys have any opinions as well, please feel free to share them in the comment section below, or, you know, share how it is that you guys are enjoying the game. And for those of you who are not so much casual players, what do you wish to see? And please, once again, keep it respectful. If I see anything mean or unhealthy ways of communication, I'm gonna do something about it. So on to some more lighthearted things now. I did see a comment on our Discord. Our member Ozo noticed that you can zoom in and out, and this is actually a feature that I noticed just by mistake when I was looking through my cards. But seeing their comment made me realize that not everyone knows this. So shout out to Ozo, and I thought it would be worth sharing this. But if you pinch, you will be able to see all your cards like this. Quite a sight to see. And you could zoom in as well. And I think this is the, yeah, 3 in a row is the most that you can zoom in. And then zooming all out to see your entire collection. And now let me toggle this to see all the cards that I'm missing. Well, if I toggle that, I can't pinch in and out actually. And I also saw a comment from Joey in our Discord asking, is there a way to filter cards by language? I'm making a Japanese card binder, but I can't find my Japanese cards. So I decided to take a look at this, and currently right now it seems like if you're trying to filter through the cards, there isn't an option to filter by language, which is quite unfortunate. I also tried looking online to see if there's anyone that has figured it out, but it seems like there just isn't the option to do that. So I do hope that in the future they do implement that, because it would be pretty neat if we are able to filter that. Alright everyone, so it is finally time for maybe our favorite part of this video, the pack opening. Let's open some Pika packs. Let's see whether or not I get lucky. So during the weekend, I didn't pull any new EX or full art cards. I did, however, open new cards that are missing from my collection, so that is always a good thing. Let's see if we get lucky. We got Paris, double again, Dugong. Oh, and this is this is our third one. Oh, actually no, this is new. I'm mistaking it for Needle King. So this is nice, Needle Queen. I'm very happy. I heard that the deck is not good though, but I'm still very happy with collecting that card. I know that there is a theme collection reward for it as well. I think it's called like family outing or something like that. But very good. Alright, so Pika pack number 2. Let's see what we get. We got a Pikachu, how fitting. Chinchino, Raticate, the duo, and a Golem. So just pack points and shine dust for that one. And the last Pika pack of today. Let's see whether or not we are lucky. And we get a Clobopus, Centiskorch, Squirtle, Clobopus again, and a Golduck. Alright, so we got one good hit. I'm very lucky, very happy about that. And let's look into the mission reward that I have. So, oh, I finally completed that. I can claim my 4-pack hourglasses. And let's go to themed collections. So it seems like I have already collected the reward for this. I'm not sure how because I just pulled this Nidoqueen today. But maybe I had the regular Nidoqueen and for some reason it just updated to the most rarer version of the card. But yeah, that is the theme collection for this little family here. And I got an achievement for opening 100 booster packs. And finally, thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed our earlier discussion, and feel free to share anything that you have as well in terms of thoughts, opinions, or overall what you wish to see the game grow into in the future. I was a little worried about posting this simply because I've realized that when it comes to sharing your opinion, some people can take it in a very negative way if you don't agree with them, and that can be a little scary when you put your opinion out there for people to just somehow feel like they have the right to attack you, or like use swear words, start resorting to name calling. And I want to make it clear once again, I have zero tolerance for that in this channel. This is a space that I want to create where everyone can feel safe to share those feelings, because I know that sharing opinions can be a very vulnerable thing to do, especially if your opinion doesn't match what everyone else is saying. There is a way to say things in a very respectable way without having to resort to swearing, to resort to name calling, or being mean to each other. So please keep it respectful, and if I see something that I'm not happy with, I will do something about it, okay? But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, and take a moment to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it every time you do. Good luck on your pulls, good luck on your battles, and I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, take care, good luck, and have fun. Bye.